Hello, everyone. Guess what? Today we have our very first guest at Soulfully Yours. She is a beautiful soul, such calm and serenity on her face. One can actually feel the peace. She is an award winning author of the bestseller book, Emotional Mastery. She's an entrepreneur. She has been doing 20 different therapy and coaching modalities. She has been featured in Entrepreneur Magazine, International Business Times, Business Standard, Thrive Global, and she is an expert in meditation and has won health awards for excellence in meditation. Just 2 days back, she has won Authors Award in India for her book Emotional Mastery. Let's welcome Dr. Navana Kundu. How are you doing today? No. How are you feeling today? That's better.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and privilege to be here today. My apologies first because my voice is not very good because I had a marathon run of a trip from Mumbai Authors Award to Delhi to the Himalayas and back. So it's not at the topmost, but I'm very happy.
Thank you for giving
I'm
us
here
your
today.
time and energy. Good to have you here. Tell us who is Navana.
If we are talking about the label and the name and the identity, that's why we are here today to talk about meditation. Because in meditation, we go beyond our name and label and identity.
Yeah. So I'm talking about at the soul level. Who is Navana?
Still on the journey.
Everyone is on the journey,
On the
right?
journey of self-realization. Yes.
Exactly. So we are going to discuss about whys and hows of meditation. Navana, tell us, what is meditation? Because there's so many myths regarding this word. Can you shed some light? What is meditation?
Umaira, this is the most important and valuable question. Before we start on meditation, we need to know what is meditation. And trust me, I have come up with all different kinds of definitions around that. I meditate while I shower. And the funniest was when I heard somebody tell me, I meditate when I drive. I'm like, really? Please stop doing that right now. So to understand what is meditation, we have to understand what is not meditation. So meditation is not relaxation. Meditation is not hypnosis. Meditation is not mindfulness. Meditation is not visualization. Meditation is not an action. It's not a verb. So the moment we say, I meditate, it doesn't work. It is a state to be in, because in meditation, we drop the I. So we cannot say, I meditate when we are in the state of meditation.
Okay, good. So if we drop our, let's say, what I'm understanding is that our identity or I, how can we do that? Because it's something that we have been carrying and conditioned to have that identity of ourselves. So how can we do that?
See, in today's world, when there is so much of chaos and insecurity and uncertainty, more and more people are turning towards meditation because more and more people wants to calm themselves down. As you said, we have been conditioned so much. When did this conditioning start? After we are born? You see, a baby is already in a meditative stage. So when people tell me, this is a great myth, that meditation is difficult, it is not. You have been in a meditative state for months in your mother's womb. It is natural for you. But yes, as you said, more and more layers of conditioning, of belief systems, of different emotional layers are piling up on one another. It becomes difficult to reach that state. And especially when we are in today's world, you look around, there's so many people who are either stuck in the same pattern, who are anxious about the future, worried about the past, they're demotivated, they're feeling depressed, or they're angry. But each day, if they take 10 minutes out of their time, slowly and steadily, they will clear out little bit of space every day for their meditative journey.
And excellent point that you mentioned about children, that they are in a state of meditation. While I was raising mine, I noticed that till the age of 5 or 6, they were in the present moment. They did not worry about the past or the future or anything. But as they grew, then the worries and anxieties and emotions of different emotions came in to disrupt their state of being.
Because after 7 years, the analytical brain also develops.
Okay.
Then all the reasoning and logic comes in the brain. If I do this, then I will be loved.
Okay. And then definitely with these beliefs, if with this cause and effect comes the judgment of your own self.
Yes.
And that can be very critical.
Yes. And that's when we start disconnecting from our true self.
Excellent. Yeah.
So meditation is a practice that should be done since childhood.
So what we can do, like for example, me as a lay person or for a common person, how are you going to tell how to do the meditation, like how to take that first step?
You know, one of the easiest way to start meditation is being in nature. When you are in the nature itself, all you have to do is just sit in nature for 10 minutes and you listen to the birds chirping, being completely in the presence of the moment, hearing the river flow, watching the sky, completely absorbed, immersed in that experience. Just start doing that as the first step for a couple of days. When that happens, you will see, then comes the next step where you are automatically, spontaneously going into the state of meditation. You don't need anybody from outside to teach you then how to meditate. And because in Patanjali yoga system, meditation is in the 7th stage. Today, everyone wants to meditate. But it's like saying that I want to learn medicine without studying ABC. First, you have to prepare the ground, the foundation. Then you can sow the seeds of meditation on it. So if there is something happening within your life that you are very upset about, worried about, sort it out first. If there is a problem going on in your finance management, if there is a problem going on in your relationship, or you want to attract love in your life, or there is something going on with your work or business, sort it out first. Meditation will happen naturally after. Don't sit in between of tension without sorting out your life and just deep breathing.
This is a very good point, because as you mentioned, that sit in the nature, listen to the chirping of the birds. The moment you start doing it,
that's mindfulness.
That's mindfulness.
That
but
takes
you
to
know,
meditation.
You just get carried away by the thoughts. How to stop, or how to not get carried away by the stream of thoughts that you have, and you just lose the present moment?
Practice. Because mind is always moving, because mind is the subtle form of nature. Nothing in nature ever is static. If you see an atom through a microscope, it's always moving. It's never static. Nature is never static. Seasons are happening. The day is happening, then the night is happening. It's always revolving. And the mind, being the subtle form of nature, is also not static. As long as you will have this physical body, you will always have a moving mind.
Mm-hmm.
So to say to stop the mind, that's not
That's not
possible.
possible.
But then the question comes that you are not your mind. So
Mm-hmm.
what you can do is step back and watch the mind.
Mm-hmm.
The moment it happens, the first few minutes, yes, thoughts will be coming and you will be absorbed and engrossed in it because that's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
But with practice, in a more shorter time, let's say in a few seconds, you will be suddenly aware that thoughts are coming. I'm
Yeah.
getting worried. All my work issues are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like most people are, I say, like a washing machine from outside. They are calm, but inside there is a whole
Yes.
tumble going on. The moment you're aware of it, your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts lose the hold over you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you come in a witness
Mm-hmm.
and you allow the thoughts to pass by.
Mm-hmm.
Again, after a while, you might get engrossed in it. Again, step back.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again and again. So
Mm-hmm.
the first day, perhaps you will have 95% of thoughts. But when you
Okay.
continue the practice in a week's time, that comes down to 60% and
Okay.
less and less.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the thoughts, don't push it.
Okay.
Don't ignore it. Don't judge it. Don't get carried away by analyzing it. Just watch it, acknowledge it. I acknowledge you.
Mm-hmm.
I see you. I hear you. But come back after 1 hour.
Okay.
This is how the thoughts will start having a relationship with you. See, right now, what is happening with us, we want the mind to think one way and the mind goes another way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what is
That, and
happening.
because of so many distractions,
Yes.
it is impossible to I'm to just stop the thoughts. It's not possible, right?
No, it is not possible to stop the thoughts.
Yeah.
But you
To
can
observe
lessen the
them, right?
thoughts and observe the thoughts. And
Mm-hmm.
as you rightly said, so much of stimulation.
Yeah.
There is a constant thrill. People are seeking thrill all the time. Either they can't sit for 10 minutes by themselves. Either they have to check the phone or they have to watch something on the Netflix is full of thrillers.
So in this time of distraction where there is so much around going around, what do you suggest should be the ideal way to meditate?
First comes why I should meditate. Because
Yeah.
if your why is not good enough,
You won't be motivated.
it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is, for example, when I'm sitting in a restaurant, the food is in front of me, this cup of tea is in front of me, but you have no idea where my mind is. It might be in US, in India, in Japan, in Korea, anywhere in the
Mm-hmm.
world. There is so much that is going on inside
Mm-hmm.
our mind. And if somebody could watch it from outside, they
Mm-hmm.
will definitely label us as insane human beings. We would be taken to a mental hospital, right? So, but now for most people, that is normal.
Mm-hmm.
But the day you realize this is not normal, then you
Yeah.
will want to be normal.
Yeah. But is there anything as normal? Because for someone's normal, someone else's it's not, everybody's so different. What do you say?
See, that is why in meditation as well, I have given one method, but one size doesn't fit all.
Mm-hmm.
There are different ways, techniques that takes you to that state of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So, there is chanting for some people.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, it is just focusing on the breath.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, it is mindfulness. So
Mm-hmm.
there are many different
Mm-hmm.
yogs that we call jap yog.
Is journaling a form of meditation? Like writing your thoughts out?
No, that
No.
is a form, that is a therapy
Okay.
for your own self.
Okay.
But that is not meditation.
Uh-huh.
Meditation is that state of mind. These are all techniques
Mm-hmm.
that can take you to that state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens in chanting? Chanting is nothing but a sound frequency.
Okay.
And when you are hitting that sound frequency again and again and again, it starts getting activated.
Okay.
It starts getting a form that expresses itself to you, and that takes you to the state of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
But it all depends, like what suits you. It can be from body to mind or mind to body. For most people, it's from body to mind, which means that they focus on their breath.
Okay.
By slowing down the breath, they're
Mm-hmm.
slowing down the emotions, the thoughts, and then they enter the meditative state. For very few people, it's from mind to body, the other way around.
Okay.
Because body is always restless, but mind is more restless. So if you can have a command on your mind, then whatever command you give to the cells, every cell of your body will follow that command.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to decide which technique works for you.
Okay.
But at the same time, what is said, that when you point your finger at the moon, target the moon, not your finger. Most people, also get distracted and completely, engaged in the technique.
Mm-hmm.
They get attached to the technique rather than
The actual thing.
entering, that meditative state. Because when that point comes of just entering the meditative state, drop the technique.
Okay. So when you are starting for the first time, how long the duration should be?
See, nowadays in YouTube, I even see 5-minute meditation.
Mm-hmm.
But these are again techniques only.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, visualization is not meditation.
Mm-hmm.
What is most important is the continuity of it.
Mm-hmm.
Having a daily practice,
Mm-hmm.
rather than one day I'm meditating for 1 hour and next 3 days I'm doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're having shorter time of 10 minutes per day, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, let's say, we have the physical body and the mental body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the physical body, there is a particular time of the day that your body craves for food, the lunch or the dinner, because your body is habituated. That's the time you give your body the food.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, the mind body also looks for food. What is that food? The energy that you receive from up above, through your meditation. So when you do that on a daily basis, you will see a certain point of the day, if you're not doing it, something is missing. Your
Yeah.
mind is craving for that food.
Uh-huh.
So you have to bring it to a habit. And the first 1,000 hours for anything, any practice is very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Once you cross that and you start seeing the results of it, it becomes more and more enjoyable.
So how long are the results tangible, or you can?
How long does it take to get the results?
Yeah.
See, again, it all depends on how engaged you are in the process. That is where, in yoga, sankalp shakti, the power of intention, it's a huge science. If your sankalp shakti, your power of intention, is void, nil, then the result that comes is also void and nil. There are so many people who are chanting for years, who are sitting for breath meditation for years, but no results. Why? Because there is something missing in the power of intention. You have to put an intention before you start to sit for meditation and engage with that intention. Put in your emotion in it.
Yeah, so complete presence is
Complete
important.
presence, focus, intention, emotion. And the more you do it, the faster the results for you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Nirvana, what if we are not meditating? What would be what are we going to lose? That's
We have a lot to lose.
yeah. And
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah.
Let's
See, the first thing in meditation, it's fantastic for your physical body. It increases your metabolism, oxygenation. It slows down your heart rate, and it has been proved. For example, let me explain it in a simple way. Your heart contracts in zero point 0.3 seconds and expands in zero point 0.5 seconds. So its entire cardiac cycle is zero point 0.8 seconds to contract and relax. During that time, the blood is passed through the lungs and it is being purified 100%. Now, when you are stressed, when you are in anxiety, worried, what happens? The body demands more blood in lesser time. So now, instead of 0.5 seconds to relax, the heart relaxes in 0.4 seconds. Just a difference of 0.1 seconds. But what happens in that 0.1 second, your heart rate, average heart rate, it changes from 72 beats per minute to 82 beats per minute. And only 80% of your blood is getting purified, which means less metabolism, less oxygenation. And when this continues for day after day, month after month, year after year, I don't need to tell you what happens to your body.
Yeah, it manifests itself.
25 to 30% of your body's oxygenation is on diet. The 70 to 75% of the oxygenation, it depends on your emotions. Meditation regulates your emotions. It helps you to gain mastery over your emotions.
Yeah, and like for example, if you are in an emotionally imbalanced state, how can meditation help you to calm down or regulate your emotions?
I'm so glad you asked me this question, Humaira, because so many clients come to me. They are on antidepressant pills, or they are bipolar, and they have serious mental health issues, and their doctors suggest them go and meditate. It doesn't work that way. This is a huge fallacy. Such people will get more ungrounded. As I said, meditation is the 7th stage in the yoga system. If there is emotional imbalance happening, first sort it out with therapy. There are many modalities that are present. There is, I work with inner child a lot. 0 to 7 years, whatever we absorb, that reflects 80% of adult life thoughts. You have been also working on that, so inner child is there, family constellation is there, NLP is there. There are so many different methods. So first sort it out. Then a stage will come when you will be ready. Your body, your mind, both will be ready to go into meditative state. Because at this time, if they will close their eyes, there will be a different movie that will be going on. It will be worse.
Yeah, it can open windows which you don't want to see.
Yeah, because if you're forcefully trying to do something, it will backfire. Because you have to understand, our subtle body has 72,000 nerves. And when we are meditating, these nerves are getting very activated and energy is flowing through it. But just like the energies are flowing, our emotions are also flowing through this. So imagine if somebody is having a great anger issue, and you are sitting for meditation, you are magnifying it. So what we say also, Gyan Yoga. It's a very important topic, that meditation with wisdom is very much required. It goes parallel. You have to constantly also during the day work on yourself, because you cannot just fill up the bucket with energy early in the morning and the bucket has got holes. These are the emotional imbalances I'm talking about. And then you are totally drained out again.
So no point doing it then.
Yes,
right?
So you have to plug the holes. Also throughout the day, you have to take care of your own self, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions.
Okay. So what do you suggest? What are the timings? Are there any particular timings for meditation? Or you can just do it whenever you
See, there are a lot of people who says that, oh, do I have to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning to meditate? Of course you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that your body, your mind craves for the meditation,
Mm-hmm.
your cells will tell you,
Okay.
sit down for it. There is a reason why the yogis say 4 a.m. in the morning, because that's the time at dawn when the pranas are at the highest level.
Mm-hmm. At the time of
4 a.m.
4
at
a.m.
dawn,
Okay.
the pranas are at the highest level. And
Okay.
also what happens, see, it's very interesting. Sometimes we say that, oh, there is a virus in the air and we are catching it. Everybody's getting the flu.
Yeah,
Your physical body is catching the virus that is in the air. Similarly, there are many thought virus in the air too,
I agree.
which your mind body is also catching without you being aware.
Yeah,
For no reason, you suddenly feel down.
yeah. So these are the energies that are around.
Yes.
Ha.
At that time, 4 a.m. in the morning, it is very calm.
Uh-huh.
There are not as many mind virus there. So
Yeah.
it is easier to dip into the meditative state.
Uh-huh.
But it's not necessary. Whenever you feel comfortable, just sit down.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's what about work at work or like I was reading somewhere that one of the school was encouraging children to, rather than giving them detention, they were giving them a break of meditation, because when you're in a state of detention, you all the shame and guilt
Yeah.
comes in, right?
Yeah.
So rather than detention, they have replaced it with
Yeah.
meditation. So what do you think in the coming future, how can this be incorporated in our daily lives as something important? How do you think,
Yeah.
how do you see the future forward?
See, right now, unfortunately, the current economic system, meditation is not good for it, because the current economic model is based on consumption.
Mm-hmm.
If we are fulfilled, it will not work.
True.
Meditation makes you calm, it makes you fulfilled,
Mhm.
centered.
Uh,
If I'm sitting here in the balcony with the beautiful plants around, I don't need anything from outside, to buy anything from outside to give me
mhm.
that fulfillment.
Yeah.
So hopefully in future we will have a different modified version
Mhm.
of economic model that will support the meditative practice.
Mhm. And I think especially pandemic has opened our eyes, so that many things that we were taking for granted are something that's our basic support system. So let's hope that these practices, their old age traditions, they come back into our life so that we can feel the peace and the calm that the earlier times used to have, and this
Yes.
chaos that we often have around just dies down.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
The younger we start, the best it is.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's never too late to meditate.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, Navana,
Thank you so
for
much.
your wonderful presence and sharing your knowledge, your energy. Um, thank you for watching. Uh, See you next time. Uh, if you have any thoughts, any feedback, type in the comments box below. Um, Signing off, soulfully yours, Humaira Naseem.
Thank you.